Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reporting live to you and yours. I hope everyone is well and good and everyone had a good weekend. Yes, people, we're back again on the Daily Transfer Show where we keep you updated with all the major transfers that's been going on in the Premier League. It's been a big buzz, but I hope you people had a good weekend. And I hope your teams are signing solid players. Thanks to the chat that's just tuned in. Make sure you smash a like and you subscribe to your boy. What's been going on today? Today has been a hella long day. As you know, Benjamin Sesko has like 48 hours to agree. Rumor has been coming out that Benjamin Sesko is choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. Nothing yet concrete of yet, but this is the news that is coming out that Benjamin Sesko is picking on Newcastle instead of Manchester United. Would it be a good move for him? I think it's a good move, but it remains to be seen. Nothing concrete as yet has been reported or confirmed from people like David Ornstein or Fabio Romano, but looks like the 22-year-old is looking to be moving out. The main issue is the price tag, as I reported in my previous video. If you didn't watch it, just go and check. I dropped it a day ago where I talked about the bidding price. Initially, RP Lesbeck had asked for 75 million plus 5 million add-ons. But when Newcastle came in with the money, they told Newcastle that the money is insufficient. They told them that the money is insufficient to what they want. It looks like it's going to be a bidding war because Manchester United have shown that they're interested, but they will only bid if the player chooses to move to Manchester United. So this is the big news. But Newcastle ain't playing around. They already told Benjamin Sesko, you have 48 hours. So I think by now it should be 24 hours. So Benjamin Sesko, maybe by the morning time, we will see what he decides. But news coming from Slovenia that Benjamin Sesko has chosen to go to Newcastle. I think Newcastle were doing well for a 22-year-old who does not have experience with the Premier League, and there's less pressure for him. If he is choosing to move to fit the big boys in Manchester United, they'll scrutinize it. They'll scrutinize him, everything he does, how he parks his car, what shoes he's wearing, what time he came to work, which club, which roster he wear. The social media will be on him on a daily basis. So I think for Benjamin Sesko, it's really, really a good thing that he chooses Newcastle. Of course, in Newcastle, there's a lot of pressure as well, because if Isak leaves, then he needs to fill in the big boots for Isak. If we all know Isak, we know Isak has been invincible in the last 2-3 seasons, scoring 20 goals and plus. On other news as well, seems like that Alexander the Great, he's came off his high horse, and he has decided to return to training. He was spotted pulling up in his G-Wagon. I saw the video on Sky News. He's pulling up in his G-Wagon in Newcastle. Seems like the Real Soldado training didn't work out as well, right? I think he's back to his senses, and maybe he's just back to put in a formal request to tell Newcastle that I want out. But it remains to be seen. He's been training alone in Newcastle, and and Eddie Howe even came out strong, talking about he will not join the first team. Since he did the shameless thing, since he was a bit stubborn, he would need to earn his right to come back into the team. So this is the news with Sesko. But news is also coming out from Craig Hope. He reported yesterday that Liverpool are preparing a second bid. Probably they will bid around 120 or 130, because Newcastle at the moment, if they're looking for a striker, I think Newcastle will prioritize getting a striker first. Once Newcastle gets their striker, then only they can decide on selling Isak. But for now, I think Isak wants out, and Liverpool will come in with a second bid. There is nothing wrong with that. But that's just about it. Let's see how it goes, people. But I think the main thing is Isak moving. Isak's move. I think he wants to move. He just seen the bars and everything. Maybe he just decided, let me return to training, trying to keep the noise down, because there's been so much buzz daily. He has been the talk of the town. But I think for Isak, he approached the whole situation wrong. For a team that built you up, for a team that built you from nothing, you were supposed to formally, talk about it in the right way. Just tell them formally, guys, I want out. Formal way, not to pull up all those big stops. Trying to make up stories talking about you injured when in fact you're not even injured. All you really wanted was to was to be playing alone, was to move the deal. But Liverpool also came in, if a big team is coming from you like Liverpool, who can say no? Anyone cannot say no if a big club is knocking on your door. Liverpool really had him rattled, his head was rolling and he was really seeing the move go through, because imagine if he moves to Liverpool, if the deal goes through, because the deal's looking like it might still go through. We have like 30 days to go since the window's done. So if the deal goes through, people, then we all know something is there. Then we totally know that we might as well just hand over the title to Liverpool, if the move goes through, because that's just about it. I don't think we are in a position, no one will compete to Liverpool. If Isak is there, Mo Salah is there, Ekitike is there, with what they did. And don't forget that board head guy, Slot, Slot as well, doing crazy numbers. So this is the thing. I really think Isak is just trying to play calm. He has seen the bars and the drama that has been so much. So maybe he's thinking, if I return to training, then I push my move from within. I think it'll be a good move for him, but he has already spoiled everything. I don't think Newcastle fans will take him back, from Alexander the Great to Alexander the Snitch, just imagine the levels of this guy. If he ever returns to play in Newcastle, they'll definitely boo him. They'll definitely boo him every time. So I think Alexander Isak went the wrong way about the move. He was just supposed to say it in a proper way, talk about it in a proper way. Like I said in my previous chat, he was supposed to go the way that Hurricane went about. Hurricane didn't even play. He just waited for his time to go, because he knew he's born and bred from there, But people differ. People approach things different. The other news that's coming out is that Isak had been promised some things, Isak had been promised some things by Newcastle. So maybe when he saw what he was promised, that it didn't come through, he was like, I'm a bailout. Bro, is it wrong that I smoke crack pipe in the church toilets today? I'll just consider you didn't say that, Logren. I'll just consider you didn't say that, The fact that you ask it means you know it, right? The fact that you ask it. But this is the main news, Isak. I don't know how Liverpool players have been sold, They keep getting offers and offers and offers and offers. I don't know what it is with Liverpool. Is it the new sporting director who came? But they're getting a lot of offers, They are really getting an offer. Nunes as well, David Darwin Nunes has been linked with Saudi, or my neighbor Saudi. They want Nunes, they want Nunes, but it remains to be seen if Nunes wants to move there, or if Nunes wants to move there, or he wants to stay with he wants to stay in Europe. That's just the thing. But it looks like Nunes might be heading out as well. They reported they want 70 million, and obviously El Ali, they'll pay 70 million. It will be nothing for El Ali, because El Ali have all the bag in the world. All the money you want to talk about, they'll definitely pay. So you imagine if as well Nunes moves, so that is more revenue for Liverpool. That means they can bid more if they want to sign a Rodri, or if they want to sign Isak. So the ball is definitely in Liverpool's hands. It remains to be seen if all the signings, if they'll gel, if all signings will come out, because signings is a whole different. Signing is a good thing. If you have signings, then you have a good team. You have something to look forward to. But the main thing is going to be would the team yield, would the team gel, would the chemistry be there if they sign, But I feel like the chemistry will be there. I don't see what will stop Isak from banging 20 more goals. Wissa is going to be there, putting him cross balls. And then we have Salah. And the pace, you just imagine the counter-attack, how it will be going. So it's total nightmares. It's scary hours for us people. And I've been thinking, I was happy that this deal has failed, but the reports that I saw from Craig Hope talking about the deal is still on and Liverpool want to bid 120, they just send me to sleep, and I'm thinking this deal goes through, then we are in trouble. But Liverpool have really got into Isak's head, they have got into Isak's head. But you would understand, you would understand, because this is a big club at the end of the day. Anyone who's joining a big club will understand, will really understand. Luke Maguire putting a Scarface. Big up Luke. But this is the thing, Isak moving there means it's a nightmare for all of us. It's really, really a nightmare if Liverpool get Isak. It's a nightmare for us, bro. Just we want to give them the title. Like, just take the title, get it over with, because it's a nightmare for us. That is the thing, you know. If he can delay the move to next season, then it's okay. Because next season we don't know. We cannot decide what will happen next season. We don't know what will happen. Maybe other teams will come bidding, and for next season we don't know. Financial FFP and all these things that's going on. You never know. Your chances it's only now, you know. But him coming back to training after the bid was rejected, it brought some doubts, you know, like what this guy about talking about he's gonna leave once the bid got rejected. Maybe he saw something, maybe he had something like the deal's not gonna go through, bro. You might as well go home. You might as well come back, run back, crawling back to your team that I want back, you know, because Liverpool already adamant talking about we're not gonna bid more. I don't know if this is the truth, or Liverpool are just trying to play mind games, you know. As it being Liverpool, been trying to play mind game. So Newcastle at the end, they're not happy with this, you know. That's why I think if Sesko can agree to join Newcastle, then I think they will release Isak. I don't think they will keep. They would want to keep a player who's not happy. That would not make sense, of course. They would want to keep a player who's not happy. They would rather have Sesko in, you know. The other option is also there's Wissa from Brentford. Wissa has been pushing to leave Brentford because Newcastle had already said that they were interested in the player. Newcastle had already they're interested in Brentford striker Wissa. Wissa, you remember Wissa last season, he banged like 19 goals. You know? He banged like 19 goals. So you imagine if he moves to Newcastle where there's Godfrey, where there's Bruno Guimaraes, he will definitely excel. We can expect 20 goals from Wissa. So Wissa pushed the move. Seems like Brentford have decided now we're gonna let you go. It's okay. So if Wissa is also available, that's another option for Newcastle. If Newcastle can get a Wissa, or they can get if they can get a Wissa, or they can get Sesko, then that means they're good, you know. But that's a good. Let's see how it goes. But I think Newcastle really wants Sesko. I don't think for Wissa is really what they want, you know. Yo, footy, wagwan footy. Guys, make sure you smash a like, you know, make sure you smash a like and you subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, you know. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe to your boy. So I'm talking about Wissa. I want to get your thoughts. Who do you think Newcastle will sign? Will it be Wissa? Will it be Sesko? Or they'll keep Isak, you know. From the look of things, I think they'll take Sesko. I don't think Isak would want to stay. I don't think his mind is in the right state, you know. I don't think he's in the right state. But it's a domino effect, you know. It's a domino effect. Whatever happens with one player will definitely affect the next three strikers. So it's a striker madness this time. It will be a striker madness. But I am sure by tomorrow morning, when I do my stream tomorrow, the next day, we'll have a new update on what's really happening, like who's really choosing to go where, and the clear picture will be there. Definitely, I feel Sesko will choose Manchester United, and no, not Manchester United. You choose Newcastle, you know, because Manchester United, there is nothing to look forward to, but they have been playing well, you know. If you saw the preseason games, Manchester United has been cooking. The front line is on fire. You know, if you saw Mbemo in the preseason game, Mbemo he's a breath of fresh air to Manchester United. He will definitely be cooking. You know, Mbemo and Cunha linking up with Ahmad as well. You know, that's definitely Tommy boy. What's up? Smash a like, bro. He said. He will choose Manchester United. Why do you think he would choose Manchester United, bro? I think he should choose Newcastle. Why would he choose Manchester United? I don't think so. Maybe if he gets the good bag, because Manchester United, they always have a good bag. So maybe that will be the main reason he would choose Manchester United, you know. But I don't think so. I have doubts. I don't think he would choose Manchester United. It's too big. But now they have a lot of options, Manchester United, because it's not like they're going to depend solely on Sesko, you know. They will have... I'm a Newcastle fan and we get screwed. Come on, Toby, come on. You have the Saudis, bro. You have the Saudi backing now. You have oil money now. So you need to get you need to make sure you get something, you know. You cannot let these guys bully you. At least for Sesko, you guys should take Sesko. You know, I know you even if you lose Isak, but I think you can get Sesko because you guys already bid already. The money is there. Manchester United, they haven't bid, and Amorim doesn't want Ruben Amorim doesn't even want he doesn't want Sesko. He wanted Oli Watkins, you know. But I think you guys can win for this guy because I don't want you losing. The L's have been too much this season, bro. You're taking L's off season. And just to think about it, you guys are even in the Champions League. So it's not a good thing for you guys. But I hope. But I don't want you to get Sesko, man. I don't think Sesko is a good fit for you. I've gone off Sesko now for what he's done to us. But he's back in training, Tommy, he is back in training now. So what's the deal? That's my thing. What is the deal now? Sesko is back in training. Are you guys gonna open your arms? Forgive him. You know, I know he turned on you, but you need to forgive him. He's back in training. Since the bid has been rejected, he's been back in training. He's training alone apparently, but you need them because Champions League is going to be difficult, bro. Without a striker, Champions League is going to be difficult. And even if you get Sesko or a Wissa, he cannot fill up those boots, bro. He cannot fill up those boots. That is the thing. But I don't know. You let me know your take on it, bro. You let me know your take. These players are like this, man. This player. But I heard you guys promised him something, you know. What you guys were supposed to do, you know, you were supposed to do the Chelsea thing, sign him on a 10-year contract. You know what Chelsea did? They for Jackson, they gave him a new contract, and then after they gave him a new contract the next season. Give him a 10-year deal, bro. 10 years. If anyone try to move, they cannot do anything here. Yeah, he has a lot of making up to do, bro. He has a lot of making up to do. And it's really, really going to take time, you know. But he is your breadwinner at the end of the day. He is your breadwinner. This guy, this Champions League you have, it's only because of Isak, man. This is the thing. But I had Eddie House talking about he's going to have to earn the respect to come back into the team. He's training alone. Bro, but it's a big team, bro. Newcastle, if Liverpool comes knocking or Man City come knocking to a young player, he'll go crazy, bro. But I think the fashion of the way he did it is wrong. You know, he was just supposed to tell you guys in a proper way that I want out, not to lie talking about I'm injured when we know you're not injured. You just want out and move, you know. The fashion of what he did, trying to leave the club, I think it was wrong. He could have went about it in a better way. You could have just talked to the club in a better way, you know. And you have like I think he has like 2-3 years on the contract. You cannot just wake up and talk about I want out. It does not work like that. You sign something, you know. But I understand from him, you know. Big clubs come knocking. The thing with Newcastle is you guys haven't been signing any solid players as well, you know. You haven't been signing this whole transfer window has been a lot of saga, you know. I know there's still a lot of days, too quick to judge. But you guys haven't been signing solid players, and maybe he's looking at it thinking, we got Champions League. The last time we got flipped over as well in the Champions League. You remember the Champions League you had at the time, you had a lot of injuries as well. So maybe he's not happy with the recruitment and he's trying to pull a way out, you know. Big up to Flox Edits. Hello. What's up, Flox Edits? This Real Madrid, this is Manchester United, bro. Big up to Chelsea Arrow. Chelsea's looking scary though. Messi or Ronaldo, guys, make sure you smash a like and you subscribe. You know, make sure you smash a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tomorrow we are doing this almost on a daily basis, discussing the transfers, bro. Chelsea's looking scary, but how you guys signing Garnacho? You know, how's Chelsea signing Garnacho? Why you need Garnacho for? You know, Chelsea really signing Garnacho, bro. I don't think you are happy with the signing, Ero. CFC Ero, I don't think you are happy with the Garnacho signing. I don't think so, bro. Who rates Garnacho, bro? I don't think so. Floats edit us Messi or Ronaldo, bro. It's Messi, bro. At the end of the day, Messi, bro. I'm not you. I'm not. You are right. But why does Maraska want Garnacho, bro? You guys, you already have a lot of attacking options. It's better you move for Xavi Simons. I can understand. Maybe he's trying to strengthen the wings, but on the wings as well. Then why did you sell Madueke, bro? Then that is the thing. You could have just kept Madueke, no need to get Garnacho. Because I had the talks, Fabio Romano just tweeted, I think, 10, 15 minutes ago. He's talking about the deal is in an advanced stage, It's advanced. That you guys really, really pushing for Garnacho. And we're waiting to cook you for Garnacho, bro. I'm just waiting for that final, here we go, for Chelsea signing Garnacho. And I hope Manchester United will charge you like 60 M's, They need to charge you a lot of money. No, bro. You guys laughed at us when we signed what's the name? Madueke, You guys were laughing. At least you get a reject now. You're getting a reject from Manchester United. That's good business. They should charge you like 60 or 70 M's, Guys, make sure you smash a like, smash a like. Let's get them likes up. Because you guys laughed at us when we had Madueke, when we took Madueke. Even until now, I'm still angry about the Madueke signing, but I want to know your feelings as well, bro. What do you think about Madueke? Do you think he's the right player? Because for me, Madueke, I feel like Madueke is predictive. He will just run. He has good pace. He will run on the wings, and then he will cut in and then try to cross. This is Madueke's game plan. You run in and then you cut in and then try to cross the ball. He's predictable, and I don't think he will add anything to what Arsenal have already. There's nothing he's bringing that we can say, oh, we didn't have a player like this at Arsenal for Madueke. There is really nothing. And for me, I don't rate the player. I don't care people talking about he's wearing an Arsenal jersey now. It don't matter. He will need to earn the respect, bro. He will need to earn. With Madueke, it's a nightmare, bro. It's a nightmare, bro. I used to laugh at this guy when he was playing for Chelsea because I knew every time you run with the ball, he was going to cut in. And then the time you try to cross, he's putting in a bad cross as well. So, in the word that is coming out that Madueke might just be starting for us, you can imagine how is Madueke starting. Guys, smash them likes up, bro. Make sure you subscribe to your boys. Smash them likes up. Hit them likes up. Floxy Edits is talking about Ronaldo forever. Bro, does Ronaldo has a World Cup, bro? Does Ronaldo have a World Cup, bro? The biggest trophy in football is a World Cup, bro. CSV Arrow said, exactly, a low IQ defender knew what he was going to do from the start. Madueke never fitted the plan. He only crossed. Then when they went over, and they always went over, or they went wide. This is what I'm telling people. Bro. His crossing is also poor, but people are telling me, he's 23 years old. We can build him up. We can make him better. No, bruh, no. You're on point, bro. You're on point. Now, let me highlight you. You really explain what these Chelsea fans are not even seeing, bro. That's a low IQ guy, bro. He's a low. You run. The only thing he has is pace, And the only game I'm sure he'll play well for us is the Wolves game. The Wolves game, I'm sure he'll bang a hat trick. Madueke will definitely have a hat trick on that one. Hat trick for Madueke, and then that's it, That's it. Because I don't think he's like Sterling from Liverpool. He's in that stage, when Sterling was in Liverpool, when he's still a young youth. He used to have running with the ball so much. And then I think he will need a proper coach, which I don't think we have with with Arteta. No offense, I don't think Arteta will be. You need a proper coach to tell him when you are running with the ball, you don't need to cross all the time, because he's running so much with pace, and when he tries to cross the ball, it's going wide or over, And then he'll just hold his wristband. He'll just hold his wristband, and then he'll go back. This is the thing with him. is used as a stepping. It's used as a stepping. He, he used us as a stepping. That is harsh, bro. He used us as a stepping stone. Ah, you mean Isak used you as a stepping? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think because what you guys did, what you guys did for him, because even when he was in Real Sociedad, he was not banging like this. He was not even banging goals like this for you guys. So I don't think it's a thing to do with that. I think maybe, when a big club comes knocking, bro, you're coming from Luke is coming from Real Sociedad. He's coming from this. Liverpool is like one of the biggest teams in London. You're looking to make history that will be ever forever. Not to say Newcastle is not a big team. Newcastle is also a big team, but I think the main thing is just that he just felt maybe Liverpool's knocking. Big teams can go through your head, bro. Big teams can definitely have their way in your head. So I think Liverpool knocking. He didn't expect a bid coming from Liverpool. Maybe he didn't dream in his life that he'll play for Liverpool, bro. But for you guys, yeah, man, it's more like when you're getting used and then you throw you away when they don't need you, because now he knows he's at the prime of his life. He's a prime striker right now, top tier, breadwinner. He's a definite game changer. He knows he's in a stronger position. That's why he's talking smack. But I don't think this is the right way to go about it for him. Even if he moves there, you better hope the moves go through. Because if he's staying in Newcastle, he'll go through the West. He'll definitely go through the West. But I think you guys, once he starts banging 30, if he bangs a hat trick for you against Manchester United, he bangs another hat trick against Man City, you guys will definitely forget, bro. You guys will definitely forget. CFC Arrow said, I think Isak should not go to Liverpool, though. Why do you think so, bro? He wants the move. So I don't think he will stop, bro. Even I don't want him to go to Liverpool. Even I don't want him to go to Liverpool, because I know we just have to hand the title over to Liverpool. Like, bro, when the season starts on 17 August, there you go with the title. Everyone can go home, Everyone can go home. Everyone can definitely go home. But this is the thing, Allison J. What's up, Allison? You shouldn't go to Liverpool, man. You shouldn't go to Liverpool, bro. You need to stay in Newcastle for the safety of our lives, because Arsenal fans' lives matter. If he moves there, but we have a Glock, we have a Glock at the end of the day. Guys, smash them likes, smash them likes. 9 online right now, but if I have 9 likes, then I'm good as hell, Not smash them likes, run them likes up, subscribe, keep that notification bell on. We will be meeting again tomorrow, we'll be meeting again tomorrow. Not him. If he goes Liverpool, will be too good. Exactly. They will be cooking, bro. They will be cooking, bro. That is the thing. I don't want him to go, bro. They will be definitely cooking. Just imagine that counter attack. Just imagine the counter attack with Saka, with Isak, Mo Salah, bro. It's electric, bro. It will be electric, bro. We will be in trouble, man. We'll be in trouble. They'll do back to back, Leighton Bradwin said, can we speak about the Ronaldo 1000 goals? Ronaldo can score, bro. What is the mention? we can manually stop him. I can't see, bro. All I hit Ronaldo reaching 1,000 goals. Yes, it's not what you think. We stream, guys. Big up to Kai. You're talking about W stream. What's W stream, bro? We manually stop him. He's gonna be a difficult one, bro. I think he's definitely moving, bro. He's definitely moving there. We need to. I don't know what you mean manually, bro. I think maybe you're talking about we need to take his legs out or something or way. But I don't think he's the type, bro. The only thing also with Isak, he gets injured a lot of times. You know, he's also getting injured a lot of times. But let's see, people. Let's see. But Isak going there is totally nightmare, bro. It's nightmare. It's nightmare, bro. I don't want to think about it now. You know, I can just I'll just down tools this season. You know, it will just break all our hopes. But I think your team Chelsea, CFC has made some good recruitments as well. You've made good recruitments from the good recruitment. I'm happy with Chelsea's Joao Pedro. I think Joao Pedro is a good upgrade in terms of Nicholas Jackson, because Nicholas Jackson, nah, bro, he's not it. You know. But I still feel like Chelsea needs some leaders. You know, you need some leaders, some people who have been there, and who have done it. I think your team right now is good enough to get you maybe a top 4. This is my thinking. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think you need someone. You need a cutting edge. You need, what can I call it? You need a cutting edge. You need someone who will be there to really like he's going to take you over the line. You know, he's going to be there to take you over the line. And someone who's a leader and someone who has done it before. This is my thinking on this Chelsea team. But otherwise, the team is good, and you have a lot of backups. You have, of course, squad depth is there. Squad depth is there, bro. Squad depth is there. There is no question. But I don't know what's your feeling on Xavi Simons. Like, do you really need this Xavi Simons? Because Xavi Simons, he's okay, but I don't think he's that elite, you know. I don't think Xavi Simons really, if you're comparing Xavi Simons and Madueke, I think the bar is almost the same as Xavi Simons and Madueke. So I don't know what you think on that signing. Do you think Xavi Simons is right? Of course, he's an attacking midfielder, so maybe he's looking at an option where he drops Cole Palmer. Because believe me, every team will be doubling up on Cole Palmer. Every team will put 2 people on Cole Palmer. There will be no issue with that one. Every team will put in 2 people on Cole Palmer, double up on him. Make sure he does not get the space and the joy that PSG gave him in that final. He was getting so much joy in the midfield, getting all the time in the world to pass, to drop the ball in the back. So I don't think he'll get that space. You know, he will not get that space in the Premier League. He will not get the space. Ronaldo reaching 1,000 goals. No, Ronaldo is a goal scorer, but I think if you're looking at skill and talent, I think I'm gonna pick I'm picking Messi, because Messi, he does it naturally, bro. Ronaldo has to work for it. Ronaldo, he has done the most in terms of the goals, you know, that's the thing. But you know, when we grow up, you know, the biggest teams, the biggest players, they need to bring home that gold, you know, that gold. You know, that World Cup. If you're a big striker, if you're a breadwinner, if you're a team leader, you need to bring home that World Cup, you know, and that's something Ronaldo hasn't done. And I think it has a day, because Messi delivered that one. And Messi's team is not like he has a good team, or only maybe Enzo is there. Who else? We don't have like star players there. We have players, but I don't think. But Messi coming through, he makes everyone better. I don't think you can say the same for Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo will just wait for the ball and try and wait for a counter-attack, you know. He'll just sit in, just on top of in front of the attacking, in front of the defenders, trying to cut in and run for the ball, you know. But for Messi, he definitely complements. He makes everyone better, you know. He will definitely makes everyone better. And you saw what he did with the World Cup, bro. You saw what you did with the World Cup. The whole country was in tears. And I think this is it, man. You need to break that gold, you know. I know he's won the Euros, but I'm not rate. I don't think I can hate the Euros, bro. I don't think the Euros are done. Manchester United preseason has been very, very good, guys. I saw Cunha play his game. I saw the highlights, guys. Cunha is cooking. I think they will have a very, very good attacking this season. It won't be like season where they have Hoyland, Zeski, and Monday, those scraps. This time, I think they will be cooking, bro. What Cunha and Bemo's doing, they will be cooking, bro. Manchester United will be cooking. You know, it will take a while until they will get found out. You know, but I think Bemo is going to be a game changer. Cunha already, you saw what he's doing in the preseason. And I think Manchester United may be on the way up. You know, they might be on the way up. It remains to be seen. You know the Premier League. And but Manchester United, the attacking is now lively because I think last season they suffered a lot of games because they could not even score. You know, they could not even score. The defending was good. The discipline in the back was there, but when it comes to defending and attacking, I think Manchester United was lacking. But with Mbemo coming in, I think, guys, they'll definitely be competing this next season. I think maybe I can give them a Conference League. You know, I think Manchester United will get a Conference League. They'll get a Conference League or a Europe or something about that nature. They'll definitely be there because. The attack is now okay, man. The attack is okay. I saw the way Mbemo was moving. There's a link up from Cunha and Ahmad. The way they were linking up. And you know Ahmad. Ahmad is their star boy. You know, Ahmad every time he's there, he's cooking. You know, he's cooking Ahmad. So I think he is going to be in. If they bring in a striker, you imagine if Manchester United would have broken Oli Watkins, what would be happening, bro? It would be scary hours because they will have a solid attacking. But if they're bringing in Sesko, then I don't think Sesko will do the job. I think maybe they will just rely on Bruno Fernandes and Cunha and Bemoka, because for Sesko I don't think they're in a good position to rely on him. You know, but it remains to be seen because Manchester United are also very livid in talking about we want Sesko. Sesko has been the talk of the town, you know, Sesko. Benjamin Sesko. The thing about Sesko is funny, you know, is that Manchester United fans just a week ago were laughing at us trying to sign Sesko. Just 2 weeks ago, they were laughing at us talking about they want to sign Sesko. We want to sign Sesko, they'll get jokers, you know. They laughed at us. They were talking about how you're going to pay 80 million for this youth, you know. He's in the Farmers League. Oh, well. You might want to fast forward 2 weeks now. You guys are trying to sign the signed player. We rejected. You guys are trying to get the same player. What happens is you guys thought you were going to get Jokers because of Amarin, but Amarin, Jokers was like, nah, we're not doing that. I'm moving on to a bigger club, to bigger things like Arsenal Football Club, you know. I don't want to argue about who's the big club. You can say what you want to say, but he chose Arsenal Jokers, and he is there, you know. He's there ready to go, and we have a preseason coming up on, I think on Wednesday we will play the preseason game, and then on Saturday we have a preseason game. So you guys make sure you tune in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a stream along, but I want to do a stream along for the game. Now I'll see if I can do a stream along for the Arsenal game, you know, just to stream along, see how the team is moving, see how the game is gonna be at 9 o'clock. And 9 o'clock I'll be done with work, so I'm gonna be on the live. I'll be on the stream along. Make sure you guys tune in as well. You know, we get your thoughts on the team. But I think the main thing for us now is we need to get Eze, you know, we need to get EBERECHI Eze ASAP, because you saw what happened to Maddison. Maddison got injured. Now Tottenham, they don't have a creative player. They will definitely go back knocking to Eze, you know. They'll tell him, bro, we got a bag, because now Newcastle, Liverpool, Tottenham have bag. They have like from the beginning of the season they told us Tottenham have like 300 million to spend. So far they have bought some players. I think the bag is still there, and even for Son leaving, they will not let Son go. They will not let Son go without a replacement. As now I just eat out of trash. Which trash can, bro? Now I just eating out of the trash can. You mean the Chelsea trash, right? This is Chelsea trash, bro. We are eating a lot of Chelsea trash, bro. I think in the past 6 years we have signed 6 players from Chelsea. This just shows you the level of madness that Arteta has been doing. And when he was asked about it, he was talking about Chelsea has good players, bro. He said, Chelsea have good players. You know, this Luis. Okay, Luis, I can understand. Willan, bro. Willan. Who's Willan, bro? He did nothing. Galas. With this other guy, I'm forgetting now. Madweg. Nah, these are not good players. If they're good players, if you're buying players from Chelsea, if you're taking Cole Palmer, or you're taking Reece James, or you're taking if you took Didier Drogba from them, then we know you're talking about it. Bro, see, exactly, Havertz, Jorginho, everything has been like this since the Ashley Cole day. This is the thing, bro. I'm not letting you forget. Bro, Kai Havertz. You know, Kai Havertz is literally Arsenal's high-paid player. He's getting 280k per week. He is literally Arsenal's highest-paid player, Kai Havertz, bro. And I don't know what Arteta sees in this guy. He will make sure he forces to play him. Why? Because he's the highest paid player. You cannot have your highest paid player on the bench. So I think Arteta is trying to push him. If you saw the game we play against Tottenham, he stink the whole place out for 77 minutes, bro. 77 minutes, bro. I've been telling people, Kai Havertz is buffered up. He's strong. Now, get him to WWE, bro. You were supposed to be in the SummerSlam right now, you know. Being in the SummerSlam, doing the TLC, you know, tag team with something, go tag team with Logan Paul or something. This way better off with those the way he's strong. Face 7. Bro, you know, the thing with Arteta is that is scaring me this season is that do you guys stream daily? Yeah, bro, I do streams, but not on a daily. Or maybe out of a week I'm going like 4 days out of 5 days. Maybe on Sunday, maybe the weekends I might not be there, but usually I'm always on stream, bro. I'm always on the stream, mostly daily. I've been doing the stream because of the daily transfer, so I'm just doing the stream. But just log in, bro. Hit the notification bell and come in. I think I always do same time, and I log in, and then we can chat, bro. Because I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for you guys to sign Garnacho, you know. I wanna hear the Garnacho praises, you know. Garnacho. Oh my God! Just imagine Garnacho in that blue, man. Oh my. But he's still young at the end of the day, man. You should be a defender with that one. Yes, AJ, big up to AJ, man. Big up to AJ. You coming with a big jab, man. You coming in with a big jab. I swear no one wants him at the bridge. Bro, you have to accept him with open arms, you know. A star in the making. A star in the making, you know. Young youth, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a future Cristiano Ronaldo because he is very, very crazy about Cristiano Ronaldo. And you see what will happen now. His brother is going to be making those tweets, you know, once you don't play him and once you drop him, he's going to take the social media and be talking. Chelsea, blah, 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 Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. I think he has attitude issues. I think that is why Ruben Amorim dropped him. But I don't think Ruben Amorim was just being, I think you know, just cup the player, bro. You could just he has the same thing, you know, with Arteta, because he's doing this thing that he's running like a headless chicken, you know. You run, you don't look where he's going, and by the time he raises his head, he's already by the flag post, you know, the ball is already outside. This is the main thing with Garnacho, you know. The pace is there, but the end game management, the final piece, the icing on the cake, what you do once you're in the 18-year, I think he still needs Arteta isn't a bad manager. He takes Arsenal far into competition. He just can't win the final stretch. That is the thing, bro. You need to win the final stretch, bro. You need to win the final stretch, bro. But you know what? He is a bad manager because he's bringing in people like Havertz, bro. What do you expect Havertz will do? You guys even knew Havertz will not do anything, bro. You're bringing Havertz on to make him as your main striker for what, man? All this season we've been coming up short because we didn't have a strike. And I've been telling people, I've been telling everyone, we need a strike. And people are talking about, no, goals come from everywhere. Saka is scoring, Odegaard is scoring, Martinelli is scoring. Last season the goals dried up. The season before the goals dried up. So you will need and see the people you're competing with, bro. You're competing with Salah, who's bringing 25 goals. You are competing with the Haaland, who's bringing 30 goals. Just imagine Champions League nights, the PSG. Bro, it don't make any sense. It don't make any sense having Kai Havertz there. It really, really does not make any sense. That is the thing, bro. Those Champions League nights against PSG against Havertz, man, they'll be just licking their lips talking about who's this guy, you know. Kai Havertz, I'll give him this. His link-up play is there. He has a good link-up play. He can hold up the play and he can do. And then off the ball, he can work hard on the ball. But I think there are times when we are nil-nil, when we are facing a low-block team, he cannot help. You know, the low-block teams, how they are in Premier League. This bottom half teams, all of them are playing the low block. This is the same thing. Even if you saw with Maresca, he was suffering with the same thing. Because Maresca, I think last season he lost like around 8-9 away games. Because all these teams are just looking to do the low block and breaking on the counter. Low block, breaking on the counter. Even Maresca was doing a madness. I remember the last season. Because you guys started well. Until people figured you out, you know. They should sell him to a club like a Sevilla or a Villarreal. Mikel Arteta will not approve. Mikel Arteta will not approve. Mikel Arteta has Kai Havertz in his plans. You know, he really, really wants Kai Havertz to be there and to be the future. You know, he really, really wants Kai Havertz. I've been down this road. Sometimes even if you try to play him on the wing, you know, you try and make sure Kai Havertz is playing on the wing. He's gonna force him, Kai Havertz, to play anyway. This is the thing, you know. This is like his first son, you know, Kai Havertz. It's like his first son. Because he cannot now tell people that he has paid so much money and he's dropping the player, you know. He cannot say it now. But this is the thing. Arsenal, if we get Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal was unexpected. Bro, this is the thing, bro. No, what? I don't think it was unexpected. I think the main thing was like people were thinking he's gonna choose Manchester United. You know, people were thinking he's gonna choose Manchester United. I think that is the main thing. But now we have Victor Gyökeres. He scores for fun, bro. He scores for fun. He literally scores for fun. In the back of his head, he's just pulling up goals from everywhere. We're just hoping he can replicate what he did there to here, because we know Premier League is a whole different ballgame. Premier League is very, very tricky, but Victor Gyökeres, he'll be a game changer, bro. This is the players we need, you know. You just need to get, of course, used to the Premier League and how the Premier League really, really rolls, and then give him some time. I think he will. I don't know, what's your thoughts on Zubimendi, man? What's your thought on Zubimendi, the midfielder we brought from I don't know if you watched our games. The midfielder we brought from Rusodad, Zubimendi. He's doing well. He looks solid as well. He looks solid. He releases the ball very well, and then he sort of brings a cool tempo. You know, he brings a cool tempo to the midfield, and but it seems like these people, they will need time to get used to the Premier League, bro. You know, the Premier League is a different beast. This is my worry with the first 5 games we have, because we are going to be going to Newcastle, we'll be going to Manchester United. I think we have Man City, we have Nottingham Forest. We have a lot of tricky games in the beginning of the first 5 games. We really, really hope the team can come out running, you know. I really hope the team will come out running, and but for us now, the big games, we rarely lose the big games. Like the big games, like we're talking about Man City or something. Where we struggle is with this bottom half teams. You know, this bottom half teams. If you're talking of Crystal Palace away, if you're talking about Brentford away, you're talking about a West Ham at home in the way. West Ham always really gives us a hard time. You know, so I think that will be the main thing with us. If we can get this Um, these new signings, and if we get these new signings in, then maybe we can look at talking about we have a chance. But I think Gyökeres will definitely be the difference. I can guarantee you 20 goals are coming from Victor Gyökeres this season because we have the supply. Odegaard is going to be cutting in the spaces. Saka on the counter. I think Victor Gyökeres will get in 20 goals. He'll get 20 goals. He'll be our main difference in those games because last season we drew like 14 games. So I think he'll be the main difference. I don't know what's your thoughts, but I think he'll be the main difference for us, and he'll make sure he gets us over the line. I know people are already going all about Isak. I know even myself, I'm so worried about Isak moving to Newcastle, but sometimes I just tell myself, relax, bro, relax. You have the most informed striker at Arsenal right now. The most informed striker who's been scoring in the Premier League, in the Champions League. From Coventry days, he's been there, and he is ready to prove a point as well, But I think he will need time. But I think he needs to score in that Manchester United game. Just to rattle this Manchester United fans. Because, I don't like Manchester United. I resent Manchester United. I hate them. I don't want to see anything to do. I don't like to see them win anything, and I'm happy they're in a relegation battle. I pray they'll be in the relegation battle as well, Because the thing with Manchester United, it'll be all good when you're joining, but I haven't seen players develop in Manchester United in a long time. It's been a graveyard site for the past 5 years. Careers have been going there to die. A lot of careers have been going there to die, They'll come in all hyped up, but the moment they arrive in Manchester United, I think it's because of the social media and the pressure. Most of the big players that went there, all their careers went into a graveyard 6 feet down in the grave. So I'm hoping the same thing will happen with Mbemo and Cunha. But what I saw in the preseason game, I don't think so. I think Cunha is there too. He's there. He's going to be a game changer, bro. Cunha is going to be a game changer. Mbemo as well, because the way they were linking up even with the Ahmad. This is the beauty of Premier League. This is the beauty of Premier League. This is the main beauty of Premier League, that you get to look forward to these games. And preseason is well and good, but preseason is a whole different ball game. If you're talking about Premier League, once the Premier League start, we can say goodbye to, we scored 5 goals in the preseason, so automatically we should win. It will not work like that. It will not work like that. But Chelsea, I don't think you guys have a preseason. I don't know if you started yet, because I think from the Club World Cup, you've been resting now. Your preseason is practically done. So maybe you just get in some players, because I think that the window, the Premier League is opening, I think now, today is 4. So maybe in 11, no, today is 4, 17. So 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks. So I think maybe this week, Chelsea fans will come out, Chelsea players will start training and everything. And I look forward to seeing Madueke, bro. I look forward to seeing Madueke in a red and white jersey. Hopefully he proves me wrong. I would want nothing more but for a player to prove me wrong, a player like Madueke to prove me wrong. But let's see. I think we're playing Sevilla. I think it's Sevilla we're playing on. So I think Madueke will definitely start that game. And I hope I'll not regret the signing. I hope he will prove me wrong, because if this guy comes in and does the same thing he was doing at Chelsea, it's gonna be, I'm gonna lose my head. I'm gonna lose my head. I'm really gonna lose my head on this one. I'm gonna lose my head. But Chelsea up, Garnacho. Chelsea, Garnacho on the way. Garnacho on the way. Chelsea got Garnacho on the way, people. Big news coming now. Talks are in advanced talks. I know. CFC Aero is not happy, but I thought I'd let you know, bro. Talks are in advanced stage. Where's the tweet? Let me read the tweet out. Let me read the tweet from Fabio Romano. Let me read the tweet. Where's the tweet? Yes, I found. 1 second. I will just read out what Fabio Romano just wrote now. Not this one. No. Where is the Fabio Romano tweet? Where is it? It's disappeared or what? I cannot find it anymore. I cannot find it. Where did it go? Let me refresh. where's the Garnacho news? The tweet disappeared, the tweet disappeared, but he just tweeted right now that Chelsea are in advanced talks with Garnacho, man like Garnacho, one of the most prolific strikers in the game right now. Seems like we're not the only ones taking rejects. Seems like we're not the only ones picking out trash cans, Even Chelsea's picking out trash cans from Manchester. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you keep logged in. Tomorrow I might be back again with more news, and we can debate and share all the banter. Hopefully tomorrow we have some more good news to talk about, and Isak or Sesko, they get to have some decisions made. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Love for the love, and thank you for the support. Make sure you tune in, smash that like, hit that notification bell. I'm out.